So yeah, I need you to do what you can. Yeah, maybe you can. Listen, I don't know. Break in, find the. You've got to get my high school records. If they find out how many times I was suspended, they might. Oh, hello. Listen, let me get back to you on that. Okay. All right. Take care. Hi. I'm sorry. Uh, actually, I was only suspended two couple times, maybe three times. Um, but those are some of my fondest memories of East High School. Um, I think that my one of my fondest memories of East actually comes from a time before, well before I entered high school. You know, as kids, we used to ride our bikes up to Williams Field, I believe the stadium was called, and we would watch the football team, the very famous East High School football teams, practice, and we would, sort of dream about the day when we might play um, for East. And then, sometimes at night, we'd be in the back seat of our parents' car and zooming down University, and the lights would be on, and there'd be a big game going on, and so we all looked forward. We all knew we were going to go to East as long as we lived on the East Side. I lived on Cleveland, right off of Hutton, and some of the teachers, of course, Miss Gaines. I remember when Miss Gaines, her first year of teaching, and I believe she student taught the year before, and then she came and became a teacher, and of course we were all in love with Miss Gaines. Representative Gaines. Mr. Nelson, who was the coach of our forensics team, our debate coach. Um, Vietnam vet, struggling with some of his own demons, taught me a lot. Um, it was a pivotal time, as it is for all young people. One of the things I remember as I look back on it is that the civics classroom was closed, I believe, closed either my sophomore or my junior year. It should have been open. I played football my sophomore year, recovered a fumble, and ran the wrong way. After that, I immediately joined the debate team, and the rest is history. So, so much for dreams of playing with a champion East High School team. Seriously, I recovered that fumble, and it was my moment of glory, and yeah. And I think I promptly quit. That was the writing on the wall. And joined the debate team. And my events were oral interp and dramatic interp. And it was something that I was fairly good at. And created a path that I continue to follow today as an actor. And Mr. Nelson would come out of his pocket to get us to tournaments around the state, and sometimes out of the state into Nebraska and that sort of thing. And the school was a community, divided sometimes, but a community nonetheless. And I always felt, and as I think back, I feel even more strongly that the educators at East were committed to East, were dedicated. I mean, so many of them had taught for so many years at that school. So it being a community and committed educators and administrators, and just a great school, great community. It's a great honor. I mean, so many. I mean, it's a old and venerable institution. So I'm honored to be included among the ranks, of so many wonderful East Siders. Giving back to school and community. I left Des Moines when I graduated. Went up to Co for a little while, joined the Marine Corps. hung out there for a couple of years, and then made my way into the Twin Cities to start my acting career, and eventually into Chicago and LA. So I haven't had a lot of opportunity to give back directly to the East High School community. But sometimes when I come home and I run into, old friends, who went to East, sometimes, they'll talk about the things that they intended to do or the places they intended to go, and it's sort of within the context of, Greg Allen, you left and did this and did that and whatever, fulfilled your dreams. I don't know. And sometimes those words are spoken to me seemingly with a hint of regret that they stayed at home. But somebody's got to stay home. Someone has to remain a part of the community and nurture the community and give back to the community and coach Little League, and football and soccer and all those kinds of things, Otherwise, there's no home to come home to. So I would like to say thank you, to all of my peers, who remained stalwart parts of the community and nurtured the community and grew the community. Thank you. Because I may yet come home one day from all of this wandering and make-believe. Who would I like to thank for this honor? Well, if there's a committee, if there's a Hall of Fame induction committee, thank you very much for not digging too deeply into my my school disciplinary records. Yeah, they're not. Hey, listen, it was a couple of, maybe 3 suspensions. I don't know. I want to thank everyone. I want to thank, all the East High School, alums, and say that I'm, proud to be a part of this huge alumni community. Thank you very much. What would I tell my 18-year-old self? It's okay, man. It's okay.